in the world?
Your hands work.
I'm about
make a
to
sandwich.
sweep your
That
face.
dishwasher still runs with one good need.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Bree, help me out with the comments, please. This is serious. Hey, I'm Chad Davis. I'm here with my best pal, Jared Chambliss, comedian, actor, writer, all the things, and my beautiful, wonderful wife, Amber Davis, comedian, writer, producer, all the things. And 1989, you were in 8th grade. She won the Hokey Pokey championship by turning herself around.
I believe that.
Yeah, right there in Kansas, somewhere in Hutchinson or something. But
Oh, no, that she was in 8th grade.
8th grade, yeah.
Nice. Great.
So I'm glad to hear you turn yourself around.
Thanks.
Yep.
I did.
Okay. And we are also the creators of Nashville Nonsense. If you haven't seen any of the nonsense, please pause this, go and check it out. It's our family-friendly sketch comedy show that you never knew you needed. It's amazing. And we love our team. They're a wonderful team. We have season 3 coming out. And
so exciting.
Yeah. And everybody on there is amazing. And we love them, except for 2 of you.
That's right.
And you know who you are.
And they're not here right now, I'll tell you that.
I love you.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
So if you check out on Fridays, we drop clips from Nashville Nonsense until season 3 will start in the fall. So there are 2 seasons out there, so you can watch full season episodes all the time. But on Fridays, check out the fun clips that we drop. And then, of course, This Is Serious comes out every Tuesday. And you check it all out. Like, subscribe, ding, 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 ring the bell, all the things.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Please comment and share and with your family, friends, people you meet in the marketplace, your neighbors, anybody. We would love to grow this community. And we also just had a meeting not too long ago with our Nashville Nonsense folks and beginnings of season 3.
Yep.
We've already started writing and creating. We got to hammer out and iron out a couple of details, but it's going to be great.
So fun, and reoccurring characters that come back are fun characters.
Like Sage, that's Jared's favorite.
100% love that we made that.
favorite.
We'll see if Sage comes back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to be in Nashville to enjoy Nashville Nonsense.
That's true.
You can actually be from another state.
Hey, what's your
Or
favorite?
from another country.
Hey,
I
leave
don't
it.
know if I want to do that, but yeah. No, I'm kidding.
For all
Another
you
country.
Nashville nonsense natives out there, leave a comment of who's your favorite character that Jared plays. I mean, you got Sage, you got Trevor. Remember Trevor? He was the bathroom attendant. Ranger Rick.
Yes. Who's the guy that popped out the box?
Oh, Earl.
Don't do this. Because nobody puts anything. It's going to be even worse.
Yeah, and then
Brothers.
the Goober Brothers. And him and Jeff.
Jeff's awesome.
Yeah, Jeff is amazing. Those guys together are so talented. Great chemistry. But yeah, so there you go.
Check us out.
My vote is Sage.
Good times. Good times. Well, we always start off This Is Serious with a thing called Is It News? This is where I scour the internet for the best serious news stories out there. And then we comment on it. Is it news? Is it not news? What is it?
Most of the time, it's not news.
Yeah.
Yes, and from all the scouring that she does.
From Aquatic News.
Aquaticnews.com.
I don't think there's any aquatic news today.
I'm shocked.
We'll see. I know.
Have to let her be.
All right. So this, and then I always rename the news stories because the news stories, the headlines are way too long. So first news story I call breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that's what I think of. Like the little logo comes out.
Something go across our bottom of our screen right now.
Like Kermit the Frog here.
Nashville Nonsense we don't like.
Yes.
Still.
Oh, wow. All right. So breaking news, true story. This happened just a little while back. A pregnant news anchor stays on air during labor. So, yeah. she
She's
went into labor.
She's giving birth to her child, and she's reporting the news.
She is a serious
Is that what she's doing?
professional. Apparently so.
She's like, hey, this and other news, and a warm front's coming in. Grab the salad spoons, and then downtown this happened. That's what she's doing.
well, this is
I'm sure
what
the desk was covering her.
this is what the co-anchor said.
Oh.
Okay, the co-anchor said, "Oh, by the way, we do have some breaking news this morning. Olivia's water has broke, and she's anchoring the news
We're
now in
expecting showers."
It's a low pressure coming in.
Yeah,
we
from
got
the
a,
south.
We got a front coming in,
Yeah.
and Olivia's water has broken.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and she's in active labor. She literally, like the co-anchor says this, like, we have breaking news. Olivia's water has broken.
She's over there doing like that.
I guess so. I don't know.
All right, well.
Olivia's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she's back to work quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Just sitting there and
Not one of those moms that's going to take all that extra time off, to spend with their baby.
Yeah.
No,
It's
she sounds like
crazy.
she's going to be, if she may even,
Oh
she
my
may even
goodness.
leave.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it
So you-
says, hold on. The lady says,
she's just now
I'm
reading this.
happy to be.
More breaking news.
No, I didn't see this part. I'm happy to be here, and I'll stay on the desk as long as I possibly can. But if I disappear, that's what's going on.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
She's like, she
Right.
won't be gone long.
But when she say, I'll stay on the desk.
Oh, so she was
like,
on the desk.
I
Think she was like in
guarantee you.
stirrups?
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
I guarantee you.
Jack.
Yeah. This was not her first child. I guarantee you.
I guarantee you
No.
not. No
Yeah.
way this is her first
Yeah.
child. This is like number
What was her name?
5. Well,
Stereotype
it
her real
says
quick.
Olivia's water has broke.
Olivia. Could be Spanish.
I don't know. But if I disappear, that's what's going on. But then it says her name's Jaquith. What in the world? I have no idea.
Okay, that could be a different race.
Nervously waiting around at the hospital, having the entire morning team alongside
I'm going
me,
to say
cracking
either one.
jokes.
It's probably not her first kid.
She said that it was helpful because she had the whole
Yeah.
morning team alongside her, cracking jokes. It helped me through contractions.
Golly.
What in the world?
Right.
She said in a text to the newspaper, so she's texting people.
Yeah.
What is
Well,
this?
lady.
Who is this lady?
Yeah, and you know she had no, what do you call it?
I don't know.
When you
Congratulations.
when you're in the hospital,
Epidural.
the epidural. Yeah, so
No.
she had nothing like.
Oh no!
she's
Unless
just
they
out
have like
there.
some
Yeah, that's what
IV
I'm
that
saying.
they're
It's
Yeah,
all
running.
she has
natural.
squeezed out a
Hey,
couple of pups before, and this
maybe-
is north of like 3 or 4 kids. After,
I would definitely
Yeah.
agree that she's like, let's just get him with the others.
She's experienced it before. She's not bothered or troubled or hurried. And
Yeah, I'll stay on the desk as long as I can.
yeah, I'll tease the next segment and then I'm out of here.
I'm just wondering if
Once they
like,
start to crown, I'm going to have to jet. And you see,
I'm wondering like what kind of.
Behind her with a fishing net.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the producer is pretty serious
Or the dad.
because if she's thinking she has to stay on air, I'm sure the producer's like, "Come on, we can get through it.
This is
Let's
ratings.
just get through
Ratings.
this.
Yeah.
Let's just get
Sweep,
through.
sweep. Come
It's
on.
sweep, sweep.
Yeah.
It's about to be mop week.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. Sponge.
She's good, man. She's good.
Wow.
Thanks.
Well,
Is it news? I think
yeah.
it's news.
Do we ever tell the
breaking
story
news.
of when you first had Abby Lou? Did we tell that
Oh
already?
my goodness!
Hold
I
on.
don't think so.
I don't like how you worded that.
Yeah,
The story of when you first had Abby Lou. How many times did you have her?
a couple times.
A couple times.
Birthday Abby Lou.
She wasn't done yet, so we put her back in.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't done cooking.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
That's-
so yeah, we can
Yeah.
tell that story. So our first child,
Yeah.
our daughter. So I was pregnant and I was hungry and I
Yeah.
wanted some cinnamon rolls. And Chad went out. We decided to go out and get some cinnamon rolls.
And that was
which
the
is
only
super
normal
nice.
craving that she had. And mostly
Yes,
the
true.
cravings that she had was just the Burger King chicken sandwich
Yeah, what
with
is a
extra
Burger-
mayonnaise.
Burger King
Gross.
chicken
Yeah.
sandwich.
Extra mayonnaise?
I don't even
Yeah,
like
like a
Extra
lot, like soupy mayonnaise. It had to be
I need
thick.
like negative amounts of mayonnaise on my sandwich.
Yeah. So we went out and got her a cinnamon roll and came back. It's a nice fall day, and you know, neighbors are outside raking leaves, and we pull up. It's probably like, I don't know, 70 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And had the windows down, and we're talking. We're whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears. And we're like confessing our love, like, hey, I love you. This is great. You're so
sweet.
You're so sweet. Oh, thank you. You're so beautiful, and all that stuff. And we're going inside with our cinnamon rolls, and I rolled the window, and her hand's in the window, and it rolls her hand into
So I have my hand out the window, and we're talking to each other like this, and he pushes the button, and it's like, ah! And
neighbors
I
are thinking I'm beating my pregnant wife. They're all like looking, and
which is the first thing they thought.
I'm sure.
Okay.
But she was like, it was a blood.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, what have you done?
Right. Yeah. What, did you roll the window down? Or you
He finally rolled it down. And then I'm like, it's throbbing.
I didn't know what was happening.
Once they turned blue.
Well, I didn't know what was happening because she was just screaming. She wasn't letting me know.
Sure.
And I was like, what's going on? I thought she was going in. I thought she was going into labor.
This should have said something.
You thought you had a question.
Well, the thing is, hold on. This is our first experience with having a child. And I thought that was like a sudden pain she had and she was going to labor. I was like, you knew it was
nothing you had done because you just gave her cinnamon rolls.
Right. And all I did was roll the window.
Screaming like this. Like I'm really mad at you.
And then I called on and I was like, oh, it's your hand.
Yeah. So it threw me into labor.
Yep.
And then we go to the hospital. And we get to the hospital. I'm in the triage unit because they have to wrap my hand up and they had to it's all swollen and everything. And then it threw me into active labor. So then they took me to where I'm going to deliver my daughter. We're in there, and Chad had brought the bag that you bring. You have your bag,
the go
you have
bag.
all the stuff, the go bag. And in the go bag, he had thoughtfully put
I planned this out.
a sprayer that has a fan on it.
With
So it's like a mister. It was a little
styrofoam
mister.
blades. It was battery operated, and it misted water.
I used one at an amusement park once. They had them there. You fill it up with water, and you just mist yourself.
And it cools you
fan
off.
Like makes it.
Yeah.
Right.
It cools you off. Yeah.
So I'm going into labor, and I guess it was this hand. It was this hand, and I had this up, and I'm going into labor, and he's on this side of me.
I'm driving.
And he's, this is in the delivery room. In the delivery room.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got my hand elevated with it wrapped up, and I'm going into active labor, and I'm like, and the nurses are just doting over him because they're just like, oh, you are the nicest.
Thank you. Yep.
You are the nicest person. You are the nicest husband. And he's misting me with this. And he's looking at them. He's like, thanks. I really appreciate it.
Just soaking it up.
I just love her
just
so
being
much.
a sponge.
Yeah, I just love her so much.
I was being
but
there.
what he didn't know is that the mister was broken. So there was just a stream coming out, and it was shooting me in the eye.
Like a water gun?
While I'm holding my hand up. And it's just shooting me in the eye. And I'm like,
keeps
Chad.
drilling you?
Chad.
Yeah, and she's Chad. And then she turns her head because she wants to get my attention.
I'm like, Chad. And while he's talking, he's got the mister. And he gets really close, and he gets so close to my hair.
I don't think you turned your head into it.
Oh, yeah, so it was my fault.
Her hair got caught in the fan?
It was my fault.
And so she was going through the contractions.
I apologize.
And so I let go of it because she was really mad, and it was still on, like humming.
Oh, yeah, it was
Touched her head.
twisting.
Still trying to work?
Yeah.
It was
trying to cool her off.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
but
one
it was
question.
totally my fault because I shouldn't have turned my head while I'm in active labor with my hands.
I agree with you, Amber.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I have one question.
Yeah, I'm sure you have
Did you
more.
eat your cinnamon roll?
Did I? Earlier I ate
What are you
it.
crying about?
It took
So you
3
got your hand rolled up, scored in the eye with the squirt gun in your hair, tied up.
You got what you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I'll say this.
goodness.
At best,
Ridiculous.
I think he may have been trying to just keep your mind off of pain you may have had elsewhere. Like if you're worried about this water gun then maybe you're not thinking about
Yeah, he's
the
a
pain.
saint. That was so sweet. It was all
Wait till you hear what we did with Zeke.
It was all about Chad.
Two fans.
I had a box fan.
That's right.
Without the guard on it. Yeah.
He comes in there with a Nerf
a
gun.
weed eater. You thought your hair got caught in that fan. Watch this.
Ridiculous.
So Abby Lou came out all right though?
Yeah, well, there's a lot more to the story, but
that was a tough delivery.
it was tough.
Oh, yeah,
we're not going to even go there.
Okay.
But it's like the Lord.
Well, she's here now, so
the Lord knew that the delivery was going to be
that
horrific.
was just the beginning. It really went off the rails after that.
The audacity of you to go, No, we can't talk about it, but it really went off the rails. It didn't sound like it was ever on the rails. No. The last time it was on the rails is when you handed her the cinnamon roll.
That was on the rails.
We couldn't see the rails.
Yeah.
The rails were in my hair.
And still running.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
I say that is newsworthy. The
Yeah,
breaking
lady
news.
giving birth during the news. That's
Ridiculous.
news.
That's like,
sure.
she's Wonder Woman.
Salute to that.
Holy
lady.
cow.
Ridiculous. Okay, so the next story I call When Cows Fly. So it's called When Cows Fly. All right, so I actually have a video of this.
It's a Chick-fil-A commercial.
Because it was in Geneva in the Swiss Alps. They were evacuating people because of a possible landslide, but they couldn't get to they got to the people, but there were 26 cows, 190 sheep, 26 cows, and 20 rabbits that were also evacuated by helicopter. So I have a picture
How do you
of...
evacuate rabbits by helicopter?
Yeah.
don't know.
Wow.
But I have this video of...
You get like a Pied Piper or something?
There's-
One cow at a time?
One cow at a time, I guess they had to.
Man.
That's an expensive airlift.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how else would they do?
How
it?
many cows did they get?
Oh, what was it? 20 cows, I think.
20 of them. Think Kobe Bryant's helicopter couldn't make it one trip. They just flew through with all those one cow at a time, and they could make it.
One cow at a time.
One cattle. Like, I don't know
26
how.
cows.
I don't know how much head of cattle is there in Switzerland, but here in the States, they're expensive. I mean, you can get one head of cattle for like $5,000 to $8,000 north of that.
Depends on the cow.
Depends on the cow. So, I mean, that's a pinball machine. I mean,
When they're alive, because I would say
Yeah.
I could purchase cow a lot cheaper than that once it's dead.
Yeah.
And you process
Right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a good one for
26
like $1,000.
cows, 20 rabbits, 190 sheep. Like, I don't
You
know.
think they did the rabbits one at a time?
I don't think so. Yeah, it has like multiple. They're like the amusement parks, like the swings.
Well, no, but
That's
think
what it
about
looks
it, like the cow, I can see like he's not going to jump. But how do you know that rabbit once you get up there is not going to
Give him a carrot.
I own a rabbit. We have a rabbit at our house. Eden
Right.
has it. It's actually Eden's, but like everybody takes care of it. And I'm not sure that Lucille would fly in a helicopter like that, strapped with a stomach harness.
If Elmer Fudd was after him, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
Yeah, I did go there.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That
Seems expensive.
I don't know if it's news. I'm glad I got to see. You said there's a video with it because I pictured more like a hanger thing coming down, like all these cows getting on it, like a Noah's Ark kind of thing, and then
box.
like,
or
No,
something.
one
yeah,
at
and
a
then the radio
time.
like, no, we're gonna hook these things up one at a time.
Yeah, one of them, like they were hang gliding.
Well,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It makes you think because that helicopter they showed there, it probably couldn't carry that much weight, maybe.
No, I mean, that's a lot of
cow
weight
can
for
be-
a cow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
So, but
I wonder
that
if they have to sedate them because,
They didn't look sedated.
cows.
No, that heifer looked like it was wide awake.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So is it newsworthy? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of
I don't know
boring.
if it's newsworthy.
Boring news.
Seems boring news to me.
Depends on what state you're in.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Here's this news story. Scooter getaway is what I call it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Scooter getaway.
This is what they call it.
Muppets.
California man who used underwater scooter in lake to try to evade arrest pleads guilty to fraud. So, underwater scooter in a lake to evade arrest. So he gets on a scooter underwater and he's evading arrest.
Do you have some kind of breathing apparatus, you think?
I'm sure.
Or is that why he got caught? He was under there for 2 minutes and then had to come up.
Yeah.
He was money laundering. It said $35 million investment money scheme.
So he had a
$35
route.
million.
It sounded like it was his fail safe. Something happened. It triggered that where he had to do his planned route to get away, and it failed.
He was 48 years old, and he's on a water. I'm thinking like these underwater scooters are typically they're not in lakes. They're in the ocean.
I'm picturing a guy with like a little mask and then like on a Segway and just going into it. Slowly going through the water. You just see like his head just start to, and it goes in. And you have like a stick maybe that he can breathe through or something.
Or like those scooters in Nashville.
Yeah.
where he's,
Do you
on one
have
those
a picture
scooters.
of the underwater
I
scooter?
actually have. I don't have a picture of his underwater scooter.
Okay. You
But
brought
this is
up
what
another.
could be.
So it's not necessarily a Segway then. Oh, it looks like a
wow.
seahorse.
Yeah. No wonder you got caught, you idiot.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
what
like
they
that's
were
not like
on.
if you go underwater with that, how many other people down there do you think are like? Is he going to get confused?
Yeah.
He's the only guy
Yeah.
underwater in a lake.
Nothing down
but
here
this-
but a couple
but
of
this-
bass, a turtle, and a guy in a submarine suit.
But this is in like the Caribbean Ocean. Like this,
Yeah, a
this
lake
was
is
in
not
a
gonna be that
lake.
clean.
There is no way.
You know what? That's
that
probably
scooter was in
why
a
he got
lake.
caught. His visibility. He probably thought he was going. He just turned right into the police.
Ran into a dead body.
Golly.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, no.
like-
Come on, we're not finding him, man.
Wow.
He is gone.
That's pretty crazy. And the other thing is that what was the scooter just laying around? Did he bring his
No,
own
it sounded like
scooter?
Chad said, like he had this.
had
Like this
planned out.
underwater
Yeah,
scooter.
I mean, he
was
had
like
to.
waiting.
It was like,
Yeah.
what is it?
He probably had it covered with a couple of branches by the shore and just jumped on it. Mm-hmm. Ging, ging,
Yep.
ging.
I don't think they went like that at all.
Like,
That's
yeah.
what, in my mind.
That's what the-
maybe yours doesn't, but mine.
No, in mine, it's like it's probably just like a steady 4
It
miles
sounds
an
like an
hour.
episode of like Magnum PI or
Yeah.
something where he just has like branches covering it. And he's,
Yeah, he just peels it off. And he's got to crank it like an old moped.
Nobody knew that was there.
what
Yeah.
in the world?
It's probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about like, what was it? $35 million fraud. Of course he has an underwater scooter.
We could have bought a better scooter, dude.
I know what the guy's thinking.
I don't
The world is like 70% water. He's like, and like I think you're right on. Like he was like worst case scenario. You know how much water there is? They'll never find me in underwater.
Yeah, in a lake.
Well, I mean, I didn't say he was smart. I was just
Yeah.
saying, like in his mind, he's like 80% water of the world. You know how
Yeah.
you know how much
That's crazy.
80% is, Amber? It's a lot of water to cover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These cops just happen to be good at their job and
It's
looked in
only
the
less
first
than
lake
20.
that they.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
Or what if he was just traveling in the water and just barely his helmet's like sticking out of the water? He thought he was doing something.
Like the knot on his
Yeah,
hat.
yeah,
You can
he's
see
like-
that little spinning thing or whatever. That
Yeah,
you
he's just going along.
What? Like his got a little scooter
like a
hat?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum hat. You know the little. That's what you see in the water. Is his little propeller.
Like
Yeah.
Archie and the gang. He's like,
Yeah, they're like,
Who
there he
this?
is. We got him.
We got him.
Yeah.
See his little. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Call
that is funny.
off the catfish. We got him.
Crazy.
Is that
News,
it?
news, no news. I got one more.
Oh, that's dumb news. I mean, that dude's
No,
dumb.
it's just an idiot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come with a better plane. You had $35 million.
He's got a lot of money.
dollars.
That's
I mean,
silly.
No, he
what about
doesn't.
an
Not now.
airplane?
Not now. You had,
I mean, an airplane. Like, there's so many other things you could, if you had that much money, that you weren't going to get away
Right.
than a
It-
underwater scooter.
It just tells me that dude was very greedy because he didn't account for some money to put aside for his security for his plan.
Sure.
He just put a little bit, invested a
He
little
borrowed
bit.
his son Skippy's scooter to go
Anyway,
underwater.
We keep talking about this.
Okay,
I mean, we
got
keep talking.
another
I'm so
news
sorry.
story. Okay, last news story. I call it bust a move. Bust a
Okay.
move.
Young
okay?
MC.
Come on.
All right, bust a move. All right. So this lady busted, she said, I busted my knee while busting a move at my own wedding. But I didn't let it ruin my big day.
Yeah, he swept her off her feet.
said.
So, wow.
Off her foot.
Unfortunately, Brianna, a Dallas-based newlywed, hitting the dance floor took on a whole new meaning for Brianna when her body hit the floor of her wedding reception venue
Yeah.
during an ill-fated post-nuptial boogie time.
Right.
Post-nuptial, very
yeah,
good
so I
word,
got
yeah.
a very, like, I guess a man comment coming on. I feel it downloading right now.
Okay, I know.
And it's mostly just a selfish thought, I guess. Dude's been good. Dude's been like, treating this lady right and help.
Even made an honest woman out of her.
Going to make an honest one. Well, I guess he did. Married
Yeah,
her.
he said post.
Yep. So
Yep.
I mean, he's doing everything right, and he's just looking forward to that wedding night.
Yeah,
And she go out and break her stupid foot or leg.
yeah. She
So
busted her.
he's got to wait another 6 to 8 weeks, I guess.
No way. They're married now. He's looking at it. He goes, I don't need that leg.
Oh my goodness. This is what she said.
She can't even get 'em clean.
She said, while I was dancing,
You're supposed to sweep with one foot.
what in the world?
Your hands work.
I'm
Remember,
about
make a
to
sandwich.
sweep your
That
face.
dishwasher still runs with one good knee.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, Bree, help me out with the comments, please.
Oh my goodness. Bree, help me, please, Bree.
That's just gonna be on her side. I did preemptive.
Come on, preemptive. Yeah,
you know.
Bree, stop folding laundry for a minute. Help us out.
It's all right, Bree. I'll take care of them. I'll take care of them.
We love all of our Nashville nonsense folks.
Yes. She said, while I was dancing, my dress slipped under my shoe. That's how she fell. Her dress slipped under her shoe.
Her dress
in a
slipped
freak
under her
accident. But it was on TikTok, and so she got 643,000 views.
Of her falling down? Okay.
Which we got none.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest, man. You know, unless it's you,
She get our view.
people falling.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. You gotta admit, a lot of time. I mean, of course, you don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
But even if they do, it's still funny. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Chad's fallen at weddings before, and it's very
From
funny.
what I've heard, Chad's danced at weddings.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I haven't really fallen.
Which
at
I have already
weddings.
told that story.
Yeah, about you breakdancing.
About you breakdancing.
Yeah.
We're coming over, even talking like, hey.
Yeah. I think that the legend keeps growing.
You have fell, and you can't get up.
I didn't hear
But you
that.
did get up. Yep, so that's
Get
news.
down, get
That's
down.
news.
All right, great.
Now it's time for story time.
Story time.
So
Story
we've got
time with
Jared up
right.
for story time.
Let's see. I got you know, I started doing martial arts when I was like 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that. And my dad went around. We found somebody that we thought was legitimate enough. There was a lot of people I think that he didn't necessarily think. Maybe they were kind of just, I don't know, babysitting more than teaching like a discipline or something like that. So we find this guy, and he's only got 2 kids in the class, me and this other kid named Pierre. And we're roughly the same age. I think Pierre may have been maybe a year younger than me or something, but
That should probably be an indicator if he only had 2 other kids.
Well.
Oh no, I mean like everybody else was adults.
Oh, gotcha.
Right,
gotcha.
like he was a wonderful instructor, but I mean he just didn't really do like children. He was more like, this is a serious thing we're doing in here. We're not playing Ninja Turtles.
No,
we're
he's
teaching you how to defend and how
he's gonna be rough.
Yeah,
That's why those kids couldn't take it.
God, honestly, yeah, you had to sign something. I think to, you know. So we've been there. I don't know, a couple of years. And you know he had a different discipline way. It was always something new. We didn't always know. And one time we're working out, and he gets Pierre and I are doing something, and he comes in and corrects us, and just frustrated at us. He looks at us. He's like, "Oh, do you want a chocolate?" And Pierre very quickly lit up and was like, "Yeah." And then he takes his ring finger, like his knuckle, and goes, and cracks him right above his eyeball. I mean, knocks the fire out of him. Like, I watched it swell, like, as we're doing it. He's like, "You want a chocolate?" I'm like, "No, sir. No, sir."
That's
no,
crazy.
I'll go back to my 50 kicks. Pierre over here going,
What in the world?
Yeah.
That's
From now on, you get chocolate when you do it wrong. And Pierre's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was that." And he's rubbing his head, you know.
That's your
Where'd
call.
your
Ain't
dad
playing.
find this guy?
He was in Antioch.
Of course he was.
Yeah, he was a Korean guy, Mr. Shin Young Kong. Yeah.
Oh my
Golly.
goodness.
Very good guy.
But-
Taught me a lot about respect and
Sure.
discipline. And
Sounds like it.
stuff you could apply to life. Not necessarily the chocolates, but
Right?
Yeah. Well, he taught you how to listen.
Well, I did. Yeah, I saw Pierre's chocolate. I was like, "No, I don't need one, man.
Yeah.
I'm full."
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen anybody like to watch to watch a swelling happen. You know what I mean? Have you ever?
Yeah. Oh,
To
yeah.
literally just see it's growing.
Yeah.
Like he
That's
knocked him.
Crazy.
I don't know if you know, but right there swells really good.
Apparently. Well, you know who does know? Pierre.
Pierre and Mr.
Pierre does
Kong.
know. Yeah, Mr. Kong knew. He knew.
Oh,
what was
he
up.
knew exactly where.
Yeah.
That wasn't his
crazy.
first chocolate he handed out, I don't think.
Nope. No, I think it was Pierre's last though. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't say yes to that again.
Okay, how old were y'all?
When I started, I was like 9, maybe 10. And we'd been there, I don't know, a year or two. So we're between 9 and 13 at this time.
And how long did you study under this guy?
Years. I was under him for probably 5 or 6, and then he closed his school down in Antioch, and then so I ended up transferring to one of his black belts that he had taught, and he was teaching at Belmont College at the time. His name was Ricardo Patton. I have no idea if Mr. Patton is actually, I doubt he's watching this, but if he is, hey, what's going on, Mr. Patton? He was a basketball coach here in Nashville for TSU, and then got promoted to Colorado. And he was the head coach out there for Colorado. Do you remember a basketball player played for Detroit for a good while when he was really popular? His name was Chauncey Billups.
Yes.
Yeah, he coached Chauncey Billups. Very nice guy, Mr. Patton, but he was one of Mr. Kong's black belts, so I transferred to there and then did it there at Belmont till I was mid-20s probably.
Wow.
That's crazy.
How old was Mr. Kong when he was instructing? How do you think? Was he?
He was probably in his, when I first started, maybe his late 50s.
Oh, he's like Miyagi to you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, probably not that. I mean, because that guy, that movie, he lived next to us. I was in this man's class 2 to 3 times a week for several years. And even when he closed his class, I was still even though we would do testing, he just decided that he had a lot of black belts that had schools all over Nashville, and he was just done teaching. But when we took tests, it was still in front of him and 2 other black
Did he
belts.
do any other crazy stuff besides the...
He wasn't out there making friends, didn't sound like.
No.
His serious
a lot
business.
of crazy stories about him. He there was stories that he would take, go to bars, and I never physically saw this, but did ask him about it, and then he kind of brushed it off. It was when I was young, I did stupid stuff. So I took it to yes. He would take glasses and bite the glass and then chew the glass up and then swallow it.
Was he on Roadhouse?
Pain don't hurt.
What in the world?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Wasn't that guy like James Bond, the Jaws?
Yeah. Except he just had regular
Did he do
teeth.
that?
Yeah.
And, he was
Jaws had metal teeth.
Korean, so he did a lot of
That's
Korean
crazy.
things,
Well, I've met Korean people that
kimchi
don't
and
chew glass.
smoke cigarettes,
what?
squatting down. Just
That's crazy.
he was a very, very cool guy.
I would say, I obviously don't know a lot about Asian culture, but
I don't know that biting glass and chewing it.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I do recognize that in that culture that there is a sense of controlling your body in certain amount of pain in certain things.
But what happens when your teeth fall out?
I know. Your teeth. I'm thinking of swallowing the shards of glass.
Did he spit out the glass?
No.
Or he swallowed the glass?
Yes.
That's what he said?
He chewed it up. He said, "Fine enough."
Until it was sand?
Yeah, and you're like, I'm like, really? And he was like, when I was young, I did really stupid things. And you're like,
what?
That's crazy.
That's a whole other thing in stupid
I wonder
in Korea.
if he told you that just to scare you of
No, he heard about it. He said
No,
he heard.
other people
he
talking to the
heard.
guy.
It was
I
a
became
legend.
close enough with him.
Yeah.
I went to it just his class, and we actually became, I'm not gonna say friends, as much friends as a teenager and this guy could be. It wasn't nothing.
He's beating on kids.
Yeah, no, he taught me Korean. I actually started going to him to learn Korean, and he would bring out his newspaper, and then I would have to try.
That's pretty
I would
cool.
read the paper to him.
Yeah.
I can read Korean, but I don't necessarily know what I'm saying. I know the sounds that the symbols make, and it was because he would sit there and have me read. And I almost don't know was he teaching me Korean or just having me read to him so he didn't have to read it.
Did he give you his old car from the 50s? So
His old car?
Yeah, so that you could take your girlfriend to the water park?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No.
That's
Was
Karate
worth a
Kid.
shot.
He would
That's right.
change something else really, but he would change extremely fast.
Like Superman?
Yes, I'm not joking. In his class, he had his office, and then there was the big, the dojo where we practiced. And
Okay.
it's like there's a big room with mirrors on the wall, a bag, some workout stuff. But he had an office in there, and his office door was always open unless he was changing. And so he would be in a suit, 3-piece suit. Vest, undershirt, very sharp dressed Korean, and he would close the door and. Again, within 30 seconds, this man would come out, dobak on, belts already tied, like he was just putting out a cigarette and okay, let's ready to get started, let's go. And you're
He had a breakaway suit.
Again, everybody always how does he get out of it so fast? Because the door would close and it wouldn't be closed 30 seconds. And we just saw him in there with his feet up on the desk reading the paper in a suit. And and to have zero dobak on, you got to tie this.
Oh yeah, you tuck it.
And then the belt, you got to get your belt tied, and he'd walk out
awesome.
just be smoke coming out of his mouth, and him be all right, let's get started, let's get to go. You're like,
Wow.
how did you do that? Like, it takes us, we're kids and we're rushing.
You're trying to tie your shoes.
This
What in
dude,
the
wild
world?
loafers he had.
That's hilarious.
Like Superman.
I think he had a breakaway suit. I think he
No.
was there.
I think he was just.
No,
I
he's
think
a
he
superhero.
Was, I think he
He's
was
a
just that.
superhero.
Yeah, like the two. He's just focused. Like, I need to get this suit off. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste
He's
time.
changed his clothes and eat
Yeah,
glass
yeah,
back there.
just
Probably
technique or whatever.
Everybody joked like, man, he
Yeah.
wears his. There's no way. They're like, he wears his Dobok under the suit. He has to. There's like, there's no
Yeah.
way you can. Like, you would see it because it wasn't like a. You know what I mean? Like, how
Right.
could you?
Yeah, right. It would be all bunched up.
Right,
For sure.
No, this guy was just that good.
That's interesting. Or maybe he was an inventor where he went in there. It was like something like came down and
I think he was just that
like Mr.
skilled.
Gadget, like
I
Inspector
don't know.
Gadget.
Kung Fu guy, he probably had all kinds
He probably
of
knew some secrets
Yeah.
to changing clothes that
Yeah.
we don't know of. Yeah.
Crazy train. Huh. Interesting. That's a very interesting story. That's crazy. Do you remember stuff from when do you know?
Yeah, I remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how to wax on and wax off.
Yep.
I
Yep.
never had to do that.
He knows
No.
how to give a chocolate. You want a chocolate?
I don't.
Okay.
I'll take one of
Keep her in
these
line,
chocolates.
Chad. Keep her in line
Oh
with chocolate.
my goodness.
Keep her in line with chocolate. Yeah, we do that
They
on
got you a box
Valentine's
of
Day. Yeah,
chocolates
you want a
for
box of them?
Oh,
I got
you're about to
12
get a
right
box.
here.
You're about to get a box upside the head. Wish I had a fan that I could just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any martial arts of any kind?
No. My activities were more like sports. I played like football, basketball, baseball. I was always involved with that. I did have my Miyagi was Waylon Blackwood on my little league football.
Sounds like Miyagi.
Yeah, Waylon Blackwood.
The way it sounds, I was got country music singer. You're like,
Yeah,
my
well,
old
he-
Waylon Blackwood.
Yeah, Waylon Blackwood was probably when he coached us, maybe in his 40s, but he looked like he was 70. He started
That's what coaches are supposed to look like.
Yeah, he started smoking Marlboro Reds at probably age 5, and he looked like it. And he spent every day either on the football field or on the lake.
Would
Well,
he
y'all
have-
were
would he
right
have- would he
there.
have it
On
where he
the
was
lip.
talking? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
He would grab my face mask and pull me in and start barking at me,
Yeah.
and this thing would
that
just
cigarette, and it'd never fall.
nope, and
That's
the
a skill.
ash would be like that long.
Didn't
And-
matter.
No,
Well, that's because he just rolled that cigarette because you were in North Carolina and there's tobacco fields
no, they
everywhere.
were Marlboro Reds.
Oh,
no,
Marlboro
100%.
Reds.
Yeah, he didn't roll his.
Oh, okay.
But that was my meal, and this is when you could beat kids chocolates. He would smack us and hit, but we had pads on. We had protect our heads, but
Right.
But
You didn't take your helmet
Back
off
when it
and
was okay to
hit you in the.
spank
No,
kids
he'd
in
throw.
school.
He would throw helmets like
Yeah.
at us.
He's like the Bobby Knight of the football field.
Oh yeah, and then we were like, elementary school, and so. But the thing is that Waylon Blackwood was, our team was the winningest team in that.
Y'all were
league.
Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
We were
Cannot argue
Yeah,
with
we're the
results.
Steelers.
Sandy.
Oh,
No,
and
we've
you
only
had-
lost 2 games, and we paid the price for.
And you
them.
played with who was on that team that was famous?
Who'd you play with?
The guy who was with the Rangers,
Josh Hamilton?
Josh Hamilton. Yep.
Yep.
No, the
Yep.
baseball player.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
So there's a picture. I wish we had that picture. There's a
Yeah,
picture of Chad's.
you and Josh Hamilton.
He's in the
Yeah,
picture.
I'll bring it. I think one of my buddies posted something on social media.
Wasn't he your backup quarterback?
No. Josh Hamilton. He was younger than me, but because I was older, I had already had the position. I think he did play quarterback, but Lottie played quarterback as well. And
Were you not quarterback? I thought you were.
I was, but
Okay.
I was
Third string.
I was first string.
Oh,
Your
my bad.
first
I was
string.
first string.
Yes.
And so, but Lottie and Josh, and he had Josh's brother Jason, I think his name was, played on there too.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
yeah.
So there's a picture of like the whole football team, and he's
Yeah.
in the picture.
I'll have to try
Yeah.
to find that, and then you can
Yeah.
see all the coaches on there. They were not messing
Did
around.
he have the Marlboro hanging out in the picture?
probably Waylon, and you had Buck Reynolds, and you had
These
Ronnie
are great
Neff.
names.
They sound
Yeah.
like country music artists to me. Has
This is
North
Buck
Carolina.
Reynolds and
Yeah.
This is how North Carolina is.
Right, right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They weren't messing around.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Great
Anyways.
story. It's a great
Nice.
story.
Nice.
Well, now it's time for show and tell. This is the time where Chad and Jared bring something to show us and tell us about, and you get to vote on who wins the show and tell.
Right. So just like in preschool, kindergarten, you bring something to the class, you show it and tell about it. Jared always has something amazing in this satchel here. And what do we got? We got a 3-ring binder.
Yeah, when I was, let's say the karate age, 13.
You were
12.
giving out chocolates.
No. This was. I collected cards like baseball, football, basketball, but these are. I've actually kept all of these. These are from Marvel.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. From like the first 3 or 4 sets from like 1990 to 1993, Marvel would put out these little cards. And it's just like pictures of all the Marvel characters on all of them. I've got 3 sets worth of them in here that
Whoa.
I still have.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I haven't looked through these hard enough. Like you hear how it's like.
How many did you say?
There's one. Like the different artists.
Yeah.
You can tell that's one series.
That's crazy.
2,
You got to hold that up so the camera can see it. That's pretty
it's
cool.
Like 4 different ones. This is
Yeah.
the first one. This is the first series. 1990, I think. 91.
That's crazy
Wow.
looking.
I have all of them. And you would buy packs, like you get a pack of cards that had like 10.
Yeah.
And then like every pack every box would have like a special hologram that you could possibly get in it.
Okay.
And I've got those in here somewhere because I collected them. I did, man. I would trade them on the
Oh, look at
Look at
that.
the holograms.
I don't know if that'll show up on camera, but that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Think it will?
Oh, you can take them out?
Oh, yeah, you could touch them, you can crinkle them.
Okay.
See what that.
They're so perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're
Little
not bent
Spider-Man.
at all.
No, like they've been in these, like when I would, this is what I collected them in.
That is so
And I
cool.
just always just kept it in here, so.
So do your kids think this is cool at all?
Uh,
I mean,
yeah, I guess to an extent. I don't.
do
think
they
this
like
is
Marvel?
Really,
Are they
yes,
Marvel?
They do like the Marvel movies.
Okay.
And they don't read comics really as much. Gabriel does. But
Okay.
The other ones don't really. They don't really care. They don't like reading right now.
Right, yeah,
What
they're
they
young.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
That's
reading.
crazy.
Yeah, I read comics. I read comics though, even at that time. So
Okay, so how old were you when you started collecting these?
They said the first set was 91, 90, and then 91 is 2, 93. So I was like
Yeah.
11, 12,
Okay.
13.
Did they come with gum?
No, you just got a pack, and you got like 10 cards, I think, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
each box had like 30 packs or something.
And where'd you buy them?
Usually at the gas station.
Oh, the
Yeah.
gas station
It's
would
like
have
a-
these?
This
No.
is when,
You could buy like baseball cars. And
Is that where you
cars
buy like Pokemon cards at the gas station? Like
they
where do
didn't
you
have
buy?
Pokemon cards back then.
Right,
I
but
don't
I mean,
know
where
where
do
you
you
buy them now.
buy cards? Like
Now,
I
I don't
guess
think- like, I don't-
Walmart maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
probably.
Target may have a small area, but like it's not as it's not as big a deal as I guess
Yeah.
it was when I was.
I remember just going into the gas station. You'd go up there to the counter, and they would be there.
That's why I would buy comic books.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
They'd
comic
have,
books.
they would have like a little
Yeah.
one. I mean, they had comic stores too, but I mean, just as far as like, just to my
Did
dad
you
would-
have a friend that did this too, and y'all traded?
Yeah, people on the school bus and people I went to school with.
Okay,
I
so
traded
this was
many
currency.
a card.
This
Yeah,
was
I would get
on
on the
the school
bus,
bus.
like anything doubles I got. I put them in that thing, and I was trying to collect all of them. So anything I got doubles, I took the doubles to the school bus with me, and then would trade one for ones I didn't have, so I could collect
Yeah, a
all
whole
of them.
little business going on.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That is
Yeah,
pretty
they're
cool.
like 30 years old, and they're valued at roughly maybe like $30.
A piece
No.
for the whole set?
Yeah, complete.
No.
The whole thing, $30.
Yeah.
No,
wouldn't
I
take
don't
30 bucks.
believe
I think I
that.
spent. Oh yeah. You could
I
buy
bet
like that
not.
set. You could buy the first series for like $30 on eBay. I think.
Really?
Less than that. Yeah.
Oh.
But again, like I didn't buy those. Those are the cards I
Yeah.
literally like collected, and like I didn't just buy a set on eBay and go, I've got the set.
Sure. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so-
pretty cool, but not as cool as the things that
I
I bring. I slave over social media and bring these reels. There have been many minutes where I go and comb through social media and pull out something. So here's a video that I know you're all going to love, and
This video from 1993.
Unbelievable.
No.
I give you a piece of my childhood, and you bring me a video.
well, this is gonna connect things, okay?
All right.
Connect things with your history of Mr.
Connect
Khan,
the dots.
right?
La, 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 la.
And so here,
You remember that?
Is that Pee Wee
Paul
Herman?
Herman, yeah.
Yes.
Connect the dots.
That's la la la.
All right, let's connect.
okay, here we go. So this is a video right here. Let's see.
I like that.
Little Big Papa.
Diddy dong, baby.
Is she playing the flute, I
She was
guess?
a king from baby
Oh, no.
Mongolian beat with a pad thai and pork chop. That's how I
sweet or mystery meat, and I don't mind. I'm not trying to be rude. I just want something to eat. So can I come and take my shoe off and come have a seat?
Should take
Who
my
am
shoes
I?
off.
The notorious F.O.B. I said one of your cousin is coming with me. I'm the VIMP, you call me V-Diddy. Sell baby oil for a Model 3 lady. I like big girl just as long as they don't hit me. I take you out to eat and drive you around the city. I sponsor all they hoe, but none of them can come with me. Biddy dong, you can call me Poppy, and I'll buy you bun me. We can meet at the spot around 3. You can bring your crew, I can bring my crew. We can do what we can do, I shout you no. I love it when you say be unit. Sing along with the song, I buy you one.
How long is this video?
If you want soy honey on your chicken, don't worry. I love it when you say be unit.
wow.
Come and get the plate, please don't let it be white. Cause if you want some chicken tonight, you can have it with gravy.
With gravy.
That's his commercial.
Biggie Smalls, yeah, man.
What in the
So that guy was
world?
rapping to the beat of Biggie Smalls,
Yeah.
and he said,
I'm the notorious FOB.
Yeah, the notorious. You know what FOB stands for? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fresh off the boat, Amber.
That's
is
what he
that means.
said
Yeah,
about
yeah.
himself.
It's,
Nice.
popularly used in the Asian community. I've heard it.
Yes. Well, apparently in his video commercial,
He's
for
the
his-
notorious one.
That's okay.
V-Unit. He's
What
ready
in
to
the
give the gravy.
world are you
Oh man,
reading?
you can have it with gravy. Gravy.
Oh wow! So you vote. What is who wins this contest?
No
Hey, listen.
No contest.
Just do what your conscience tells you to do and rock the vote. This is serious.
Rock the vote.